Each new day brings new opportunities to move forward, to go places we haven't gone before. We encounter possibilities to reach beyond what we know and where we've been. Chances to come together as a Central Ohio community. At COTA, our focus is getting you there. To do that, we're continuously innovating, generating new possibilities, increasing sustainability, empowering customers. So take a closer look at COTA. You'll see how STEM education continues to redefine what it means to ride.
Welcome to COTA. This is the Central Ohio Transit Authority here. We provide service to the people that live in Central Ohio. And just so happen we are standing in the largest CNG station in the state of Ohio. And it's exciting to be here to share this with you. It's something that COTA is very proud to be a part of. We started fueling our buses with CNG, compressed natural gas, back in 2013. We've gone from fueling 30 buses to now well over 200 buses. And the reason why we went to CNG was the economic value of cost of fueling the buses, at $2.50 to $3 for diesel. Now for CNG, it's about 30 cents a gallon. So there's a huge economic savings by using compressed natural gas. We also have a huge benefit environmentally. Environmentally, it's less contaminating and with emissions into our air. There's no soot building up in it versus a diesel system that will have soot building up within a year. Behind me, to the right, you'll see the blue is where the gas comes in and goes through a dryer system. It's important that we make sure all the moisture is out of the gas before it goes into the bus. And then once it goes through the dryer system, the tanks behind me here are holding tanks that holds the gas at 4,000 PSI. The reason why it's at 4,000 PSI, it has to be compressed up to that level to get a fast fill each night for our buses. Each bus will be filled in about 7 to 10 minutes. Fuel is essential to COTA. The bus won't go anywhere, obviously, with not having fuel. So it all starts here. They get fuel in the buses. A bus weighs 32,000 pounds or more, and by putting this fuel in the bus, it pushes it down the street to pick up our passengers and to serve our community each day.
Hi, I'm Dan West, and I'm the Director of Engineering and Maintenance for COTA, Central Ohio Transit Authority. Today, we're going to show you the fueling island at the McKinley Avenue facility. What we're standing in right here is called the bypass lane. Every night when the bus is coming off the street, they will come through and they will stop here. And this is where the fare boxes are pulled from each coach. The money that's transferred into the fare box is dumped into a vault. And then there is this probe that is utilized for every bus. And this is what transmits data into the fare box of every single bus to ensure that the proper route information and fare information for the individuals is accessible and correct. So next what we're going to show is we're going to go over a lane and we're going to show a fueling lane. And this terminal allows for the individual that is fueling the coach and cleaning the coach, those individuals, to log into the system and tag themselves with their ID. So now you have the vehicle number, you have the employee numbers that are working on the bus, fueling it, and the bus number and that mileage. So what we do here is we capture all of the fluids that go into that vehicle. For example, here is the CNG. If we want to look at the screen here, this shows diesel gallon equivalents, and the last vehicle took 37.6 diesel gallon equivalents for its fueling. This is the nozzle that once the fuel door is opened, then this is inserted in, locked in place, boom, and it begins to start fueling. And then just back behind this, you can see that there's these reels. And these reels we have air, we have CNG oil, we have coolant, and we also have automatic transmission fluid. So all of these fluids that go into the vehicle are logged to every individual fueling of every coach. So we can determine if there is a leak, we can see if there is a trend, and it's very beneficial to us. Every night there's a report that comes out and tells us if there's any particular vehicles that have had multiple times over the last few days of adding fluids, so we may have a potential leak. Those are some of the advantages of the technologies that we've added here at COTA in monitoring the fleet and keeping it safe and reliable. Thank you very much.
My name is Mike Suchecki. I'm an engineer here at the Central Ohio Transit Authority, Columbus, Ohio. We are currently here at our main facility here on McKinley Avenue, and this is the maintenance end of the building. I'm standing in front of our two engine training modules. We have a diesel on my left and a CNG natural gas engine on my right. These are consistent with our units that we have in our buses. We use these for training. We can plant defects and let the technicians try to figure out the defect. Some of the defects could keep the engine from starting or from going into gear. They have to learn the technology of electronics, because back in the day, these engines used to be mechanically controlled. Now they're all electronically controlled and they interact with each other. So there's a whole lot of interaction in the electronics, and a technician has to know where to go in the process, step-by-step process of diagnostics. And once a year, they have a competition, and they're timed by diagnosing and fixing and getting the engine training modules started and running within a certain amount of time, and they score points. COTA teams have won the national competition twice and have also finished within the top 3 a few times. So they've done real well.
Hello, my name is Ken Evans. I'm Superintendent of Transportation over street and radio. We're in the radio room here at McKinley Avenue, and we are covering our radio room operations. All the communication through COTA comes through this room from our bus operators, our supervisors, maintenance departments. These controllers are also watching our GPS for our coaches, monitoring their on-time performance through the GPS system. Up here we have the GPS system of Franklin County. It shows the route traces and the bus icons. The green buses are actually buses that are on time. The blue icons are buses that are running late, and if they're red, that means they could possibly be a second early. And then down here, we have Tim is currently working on the radio system here. He will be fielding calls from the operators, monitoring in the upper right-hand corner of the GPS system. The lower right monitor is going to be the actual physical radio system. And then on the left top screen is the actual reroutes, when we put reroutes out to buses because of blockages or any other situations that may arise.
Hi everyone, my name is Sophia Moore, Chief Innovation Officer at COTA. As you've already heard, STEM plays a really important role at COTA and how we run our service every day. I'm really excited to introduce to you some STEM careers we have at COTA. We have a wide range of jobs, from engineering, IT project managers, service planners to technical communicators. These roles and many others are important to ensure we meet and exceed the expectations of our customers, employees, and the Columbus community. I'm passionate about STEM and have degrees in industrial and systems engineering. As Columbus continues to grow and change, I get the honor of looking at the future of mobility within the region and developing new projects and ideas regarding transportation. I hope you enjoy learning from our employees, and we appreciate the opportunity to share a bit about COTA with you and your family.
Hey, COSI Science Fest. Corey Francis here. I am the civil engineer with the Central Ohio Transit Authority, otherwise known as COTA. As the civil engineer, one of my roles and responsibilities is to oversee the design, improvements, and construction of any new or existing bus stop facility while keeping your safety in mind. Having a good background in STEM allows me to look at a site to determine how much soil I either need to remove or add to the site based off of volume, how much I need to change the geometry of a site to help make the sidewalks accessible for public, what sort of technology I need to implement to ensure that I coordinate a concrete mixer on site or a demolition crew so that one thing is done before the other, and the science behind it. Also to determine what my concrete mix design needs to be to ensure that it is strong enough to support the people, the shelter, or the bus itself at that site. As STEM continues to evolve and become better at what it does for you, it also makes it easier on me to maybe look at a site and be able to determine what needs to be done faster, what concrete mix design may be stronger and yet cheaper for me to purchase, and what may be installed faster to make my time frame shorter so that I can allow the public back to that bus stop so that they can use our bus systems more often.
Liza Pendexter, and I'm a senior IT project manager here at COTA. I work in the IT department, and one of our main focuses is to implement technology to support COTA's organizational goals. Our organization has prioritized our goals in terms of what can help us provide mobility options, improve the customer experience, achieve organizational excellence, and prioritize the use of data and analytics. Those are the 4 pillars of our strategic plan. The types of projects we can do really serve to solve a lot of problems about how we get people where they need to go. This can be anything from tracking performance metrics to something like putting in-vehicle navigation systems into buses or paratransit vehicles. This could also be data organization internally, document storage. It could be any wide number of types of projects to support different departments. The way I got to here in my career was I had been a city regional planner, specifically transportation planner, for about 10 years prior to coming to COTA. And then I dabbled in some coding and computer science, which this career really allows me to blend my interests in geography, city planning, with my passion for technology. So I feel really lucky that I get to do this on a daily basis. I think that STEM will continue to help the field of transportation provide mobility options for people by giving us more data from which to make decisions. Data-driven decision-making helps us decide where to put service, how to best serve our community, and it's only going to become more important as Columbus continues to grow.
Hello, my name is Charles Edwards, and I am the Director of Transportation here at COTA. As Director, my main job responsibility is to guarantee the service to the community, which plays a huge role in our larger goal at COTA to move everybody forward. In some terms, we do move literal lives forward as they go to grocery stores, medical appointments, and even jobs. My career path started out as an operator, and as I progressed, learned, I grew, and I wanted to give more and serve at a higher capacity, and I worked my way up to the position of director. As I moved through my career, I've seen how STEM has played a vital role in the growth of transportation as we move into a new age, as technology has made leaps and bounds, has given us access to more data, more options for travel, and more options to deliver service. Also, it has given us more of opportunity to review data to see how people move and the science behind how people travel. This has played a huge role, and I believe it will continue to play a huge role as we move forward into the future, how we analyze how people travel, why they travel, and what's the best options to provide them to move forward.
Hello, my name is Drew Merrill, and I am a transit planner and GIS specialist here at COTA. I began working here last November, and I just celebrated my 6-month anniversary yesterday. So it's been very exciting, and my role at COTA as a transit planner and GIS specialist, and GIS stands for Geographic Information Systems, if you weren't aware, involves primarily maintaining a variety of spatial data sets like bus stops and routes, and producing both a paper and web maps for a variety of planning purposes, and for both external use for the public and stakeholders, and for internal use by other departments within our organization. My interest in geography and map making started when I was an undergrad at OSU. I took an elective course on geography and found that the science behind why people live where they live and how they travel was really interesting. The data and the science is constantly evolving, so that's something I have to keep up with. Artificial intelligence has the potential to be huge to help model people's travel behavior and predict how people are going to be moving over the next 5 to 10 years. Is going to be a real asset to us in planning our system using artificial intelligence. I think we can really make that data more accurate and make it a much more efficient process. So that's one of the ways that that STEM is definitely going to shape my role in the future. That's my summary on STEM and how it applies to my job. And thank you very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Lamantia and I'm a senior project manager here at COTA. I work in the information technology division, and we play a supportive role to the organization in providing the technology that COTA needs for its daily operations. That could be anything from desktop applications to even the hardware that's actually on the buses. Here at COTA, I work with a variety of people: engineers, technicians, data analysts, our financial people, and so I need to be able to communicate on many different levels. STEM education has helped enhance my literacy in fields of science, technology, engineering, and math, and that helps me to communicate effectively. A little bit about me: I have a master's degree in city and regional planning from Ohio State and a master's in infrastructure planning and management from the University of Washington. Technology's presence in our everyday lives is growing, so you're going to start seeing a lot of jobs in STEM fields. Here at COTA, we are using data more and more to make informed decisions and to help us improve our service to get people to where they need to go. I encourage you to become involved in STEM. It doesn't just teach you about science, technology, engineering, and math. STEM teaches you to be a better problem solver by using critical thinking skills. It makes you more resilient and helps you to accept mistakes and grow from them rather than letting them hold you back. It also fosters creativity, curiosity, and innovation. So if you're a big ideas type of person, STEM is definitely for you.
Hello, my name's Kevin Dinan, and for the past 3 years, I've been the engineering manager at the Central Ohio Transit Authority here in Columbus, Ohio. I've been asked to talk to you today about the STEM curriculum: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Joining COTA, my primary responsibility is the heavy-duty transit buses that are the core of our business. I have the pleasure of being part of the team that writes the specifications for those buses. I've also written the specifications for a battery electric bus, which we hope to receive early next year, and we hope will travel over 140 miles on a single charge. I also write the specifications for our paratransit van fleet. Those are the vans that travel throughout Columbus helping our ADA and handicap customers. So in order to be able to write the specifications for these vehicles, I need to understand the systems that make up a bus or a van. HVAC systems, the electrical systems, the mechanical and powertrain systems. So my engineering background has been very beneficial in allowing me to learn and understand what that is. A big part of my job is understanding those mechanical and electrical systems because they all fail. My job entails, along with the other engineers at COTA, to basically do a root cause analysis or failure analysis to find out why parts failed and hopefully work with the manufacturers so they can make better parts that fail less often. The education I got taught me a scientific method or a process to solve problems. You know, you break it down into many smaller steps, and you learn that at engineering school, and it's the one thing that I clearly take throughout my life. You have to remember, engineering, sciences, it's all very important as we evolve as humans. When I started in college 40 years ago, nobody had computers. I didn't get my first desktop computer probably till I was 5 or 6 years into my career. And the phone that we have today and all the apps, the people that created all these things are typically scientists and engineers. And look where we've gone in the last 10 years and where we're going to go in the next 10.
Hi, my name is Tasha Webb, and I've been COTA's technical communicator for the past 10 years. COTA's vision is to move every life forward. Most recently, my role as technical communicator has changed from creating documentation to creating dashboards people can view online to understand and share their data. Decision makers need to know when things are going well and when there's cause to address a potential problem. And a dashboard can alert them on the overall health of their department. Then they can make transportation decisions that move people where they want to go. So even before the COVID-19 pandemic, it was important for people to have the most accurate and up-to-date information so their decisions are relevant and impactful. Because of the pandemic, those truths are heightened because the world is changing so quickly. Now, as far as STEM, that's been in my life since I was a child. If I were to summarize my career path here, it would be simple: continuous learning. There's always something new to learn at COTA because the organization is just always trying to do something different to meet the needs of the community. One of the best parts about having a STEM background is it's adaptable. The way it allows you to meet the changing needs in your current job are really endless. Even on a personal front, like outside of work, I find that STEM is invaluable. We're in a situation right now where uncertainty about the world, like how it will look, and people's individual anxiety levels are really, really high. And STEM has provided me the ability to make sense of the world as it is, and also to predict how it could be in the future. And that knowledge and that confidence is a great comfort to me.
At COTA, we experience the importance of STEM education in everything we do. To us, it's the fuel that moves all our lives forward.